Hello, I'm Eddie Fortune. Fucking hell, guys, you boring cunts. I'm Eddie Fortune, I'm single. I'm age fluid. I'm mixed race. I don't tell many people I'm mixed race. My mum comes from an exotic place in England called St. Helens. And my dad comes from a place called Wigan. So I guess that makes me universal credit. It's a nice bucket, like a lot of women on the pleasure beach. But I was walking along the pleasure beach today, and some guy wasn't very nice to me. Also, another guy, he was selling me rock, and he had no teeth, and I was like, that's not a good advertisement, to be honest, mate. I saw an old man spit on a seagull mid-fucking flight as well. But some guy wasn't nice to me. He's very hostile, very aggressive, very antagonistic. He had a glazed look in his eyes. He had a North Face hoodie on from Clearpay. You're right there, love. Your tampon fell out. Or was that the noise your queef makes? I am so sorry. You look lovely. You look a bit sweaty, but you look lovely. We all stink, don't we, today? We all stink. So this guy outside, who was angry with me, scared me. I was aghast with emotion. I was perplexed, perturbed, puzzled. And he shouted at me from across the promenade. Oi, lad! Can you look any gayer? So I sucked his dick. And he told me he was a bricklayer, but he served me a McDonald's. I had to pretend I was choking on it for his confidence. His mate was filming it. He had tanned legs and a white face. He looked like a porno I just watched this morning. I'm sorry, Jack. Yo, Jack's pretty, isn't he? Fucking hell. He looks furious at me as well, to be honest. Look at you with your little Klarna trainees on it. Cute though, aren't they? Is that your name, love? You two look like you need 3 down payments to get in yet, to be honest. Or it's 4 now, isn't it? It's a bit cheaper. I'm a cunt, I'm sorry. Oh, she's telling to shut up. I've invited this, it's my own fault, but I was on the train here, the train was proper sweaty, and I don't like trains, it was sticky, it was moist, very moist, Jack. And I was trying to read Take a Break and see how Shelley was getting on after the 4 kids were eaten by one disabled chihuahua. And some guy comes up to me and he's from the Middle East and he had a rucksack on. And he had brown skin and someone was coughing in the background. She's got COVID-23. And this guy had a rucksack on from the Middle East. Wanted me to mind it while he went to the toilet. And my inner racism was going overtime. So we're all a bit racist, even though we don't want to admit it. We all think racist thoughts because we've been trained to. And after so much nagging back and forth, I said to the Middle Eastern guy, I'll mind your rucksack while you go to the toilet. The moment he heard my Scouse accent, he went, nah, you're all right, thanks. You racist fuckers over there. I got off the train and it did blow up. And now I'm in fucking Blackpool! So I mentioned before, I'm single. I've been dumped 17 times consecutively, so it's starting to make me think I might be the toxic one in the relationship. So I've been trying to be more mindful, more spiritual, more positive, less negative. So last night I bought some sage, and I saged the entire house before I went to bed. And the next morning I woke up outside. And he was cheating on me. Has anyone been cheated on? You sound made up, you've been cheated on, to be honest. What happened? Why did you get cheated on? The one who went, woo! Well, did you know they were cheating on you before you found out? So I feel like you know they move differently, they act differently. His breath smelt of someone else's bollocks. I'm not going to do that. But he kept getting my name wrong in the bedroom. He kept calling me, please stop. But I want to be, I'm like, when you're at my age, like mid-30s, late 30s, you feel like that you're the leftover of relationships. You're like the leftovers. You're like that tree that once shone bright over Christmas and's now in a skip. You're like an empty, why are you looking at her, you cheeky bitch? She's shading you. She went, oh, leftovers. It's okay. It's okay, love. You're like, I'm like, guys, I'm like an empty pistachio shell. I was filled with salty goodness and now I'm just an empty husk. I want to be someone's main dish. I want to be Jack's lasagna. Jack, I've got layers. And I've got a bit of a mince. But I am like garlic bread, I am, because like everyone's had a go at me, been passed around the room, I've been split in two, and right now, I fucking stink, to be honest, guys. I want to be Jack's ribeye steak. Jack, I'm rare. I'm a bit tough. I'm succulent. And just like my ex used to say, I'd look great bloody with a knife in me. I was seeing some guy who's a Tory. There was a few red flags, mainly where he used to try and get us to go on holiday. He wanted to go to places like Saudi Arabia or Iraq or Iran, like notoriously homophobic places. By the way, my toxic trait is being attracted to men, by the way. If I had a choice, I wouldn't be attracted to giant toddlers who were fucking hairy, got smelly bumholes and piss over seats. None of us would. So he settled on Kenya. And I googled K and Kenya because I'm a detective. And what come up was 2 lions sentenced to death because they were caught engaging in homosexual activity. And Kenyan officials said they must have copied it of gay tourists. I know gays are sassy and very confident, but you've got to be pretty fucking brave to fuck in front of a pack of lions. He has a few other red flags. He has a picture. I'm having a little bevy tonight. He had a picture of Margaret Thatcher above his crushed velvet grey bed. I know, crushed velvet, the dirty bastard. He has a cat called Margaret. He used to dress his cat in Victorian dresses. He used to dry his legs after having a shower with a hairdryer. He was that gay, his arsehole had a lisp. It was like an empty headlock if I'm going to go there, guys, to be honest. He had a little wig as well, man. It got hot like this. When we had sex, his wig used to bounce up and down. Like one of your nan's old metal kettles that used to whistle. Part of his anatomy used to whistle as well, to be honest, guys. It's weird having sex in front of Margaret Thatcher. It's weird getting your bits canoodled, caressed, Jack. Gently cupped. While looking at Margaret Thatcher's cold, dead, but strangely mesmerising eyes. It's weird ejaculating in front of Margaret Thatcher, because she always hated people giving away free milk. Thank you, over there. And that's the first time I managed to get an erection in front of a massive cunt. So I thought I'd treat him. I was recently in a pantomime in Bolton. What a cunt. You better be glad that's not me fucking punchline as well, to be honest. Because I'd have to change my entire set. Me brain's rewiring the punchline I pretended I didn't have. So I was playing a crab and pantomime called Crab Sticks. For legal purposes, he could be called Sebastian. And he wasn't happy. He thought it was a very demeaning job, very demoralising, lowly played. So I thought I'd treat him. I took him to a lovely, lovely hotel. 5-star prestigious hotel called the Travel Loge. And... So we went to the Travel Loge and we went for a lovely meal first. We had 5 guys and then went to Turtle Bay. And... Travel Loge. So we stepped over a one-legged dead prostitute. She was enormous, by the way. That's why there was a giant stride. And I took all of his clothes off. It was just a pink pashmina and yellow hot pants. And I put him on the bed. And I put a picture of Margaret Thatcher on the wall to make him feel at home. And he was bent over. And his little bumhole was twitching like a rabbit's nostril. His little leather Cheerio was beaten to the same beat as Kelly Clarkson's What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Stronger. And he had his hand against the wall and he turned round and his little wig slid down his back. But I thought it'd be a good idea to get dressed up as a crab. Because I think humour in relationships can solve a lot of problems. Like Ryan Gleeson's really funny to his wife and it works. So I put me crab outfits on, me pincers, me big red costume, me hat, little eyes popping out of that wobbled round. And because I'm a methods actor, I'd spent 2 weeks training with a school of scuttle crabs. So I walked over to him. Like this. I was only a metre away from him. Because I was in character, it took me 22 minutes to get there. And he was bent round, he turned round, he could see these giant rubber pincers rubbing up and down his legs. As pincers were rubbing up and down, he was going, ah, 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 ah. Oh, she's had a bevy, she has, fucking hell. Ah. I didn't realise my pincers were rubber and they were pulling all the fucking hairs off his legs. I even said to him, he's right behind you, you soft cow. You had that line you had all along. And he threw me out the next day. For snoring. Not for licking his ass, dressed as a fucking crab, for snoring. And he dumped me because he said he was too upper class for me. He was too upper class for me. He was from Preston. So I had to get a train home. You're allowed to laugh. You're allowed to laugh. I had to get a train home. And this train was a mortifying. I hate trains. It was sweaty. It was sticky. I'll paint the picture. There was a terror attack on the train. Say, oh, I'll have a little... Oh. I was on a 4-seater. I had my backpack on, my little crab outfit on, 2 eyes popping out the back. Looked like I had 4 eyes. There was 2 guys in front of me called Kev and George, and they both talking about what's the difference between a waterproof coat and a water-resistant coat for 45 fucking minutes. Straight people are boring twats. There's a woman next to me called Sharon. She was built like a Decepticon. I was squashed against the window, I was. She was talking down the phone through her tusks. Oh, she's going to try anal with her husband. I was like, I've been on a first date too, Shannon. She had kitten heels on. They used to be stilettos, but they collapsed under the pressure of her own opinions on fucking everything! She's that type of woman who'd buy an Iceland chocolate gatto and convince herself it was only a slice because she never fucking cut it. There was a woman behind me eating prawn cocktail crisps, or as I like to call them, lesbian potpourri. The toilet door was malfunctioning, it was open and closing, it smelt of gone-off haddock. It was the Northern Rail, by the way, guys, that's right. Or Joyce the oyster shop on the front, if you've seen it. The ticket inspectors walking towards us like this. Like a White Walker or just a local from the fucking Pleasure Dome. And then someone said, he's got a knife. And I went, thank fuck. Kill me first! There was pandemonium, there was chaos, there was fat people booting blue-haired vegans out the way. I stood up and knocked my latte oat milk. All over Kevin George, potentially solving an earlier debate. Anal Sharon started screaming, ah! It feels like that the first time, Sharon, to be honest. Someone knocked prawn cocktail crisps into the air. There was a pregnant pause. And a shit, you're not a lesbian, shot up like an Alaskan fish and went... Caught every fucking last one of those she did. And she ran into the toilet that smelt of gone-off haddock and went, is that Glade air freshener? Someone said, get the ticket inspector. I was like, what's the ticket inspector gonna do? She's breathless, taking a contactless payment, and I'm Scouse, so I've not got a ticket. I pressed the emergency button and the attacker got away, no one was injured. All right, Sharon got her tits cut off and 2 toddlers were beheaded. Is that better, guys? Well, the police came up to us and interviewed us to ask what the attacker looked like, and they asked Kevin George what the attacker looked like. Kev stood forward because he had a berghouse on. And he said, I think he was 6 foot. And Anal Sharon stood forward. And she went, hey, think you're brownie. And they asked me, the intimidatingly handsome gay guy, your silence was fucking rude, by the way, then, guys. What did he look like? Mr. Officer only saw him for a split second, but I think he was 5'9", 32 waist, medium to athletic build. He had sad blue eyes, he had a smile that could break 1,000 hearts. He had jet black, wavy shoulder length, Shawn Mendes hair. He had Chelsea tan boots on from the Zara in the sale. Actually, one was size 6, one was size 7. He had an old back injury, judging by the way he's leaning to one side while he's trying to cut Sharon's tits off. Probably from rugby, judging by how big and juicy his thighs were. He had boot-cut jeans on, the dirty bastard. He was a smoker and belief, right-handed nicotine stains on his index finger. His knife was from B&M. He smelt of tube. He was an espresso drinker, very focused on semi-rimless Casio watch, wrong time, wedding ring on, probably in the closet. Definitely commander because he has 9-inch bellum through his jeans. Give me 4.2 seconds to find him on Grindr right now. And I said to the police officer, I said to him, I found him. He's in room 101 in their travel lounge. I've got a bit of time because I want to fit a few things in. Jack. Oh, God. Smells of the bricklayer. So when you sing, you do weird things. When you're single or been dumped, what do you do? What do you do to get over it? Fucking you soft cow. She answered me. Right, I'll ask you. She's clearly on ketamine. What do you do when you go through a breakup, mate? Even when you're dressed like that? Get with that shit. Well, I have sex for validation, even though it's a bit empty. And I remember where it was when the Queen died. And the Queen passed away. It was thirsty. I was in a sauna. And it's a gay sauna. It's where gay men go to have sex. It sounds gross. It is. I'm in a 42-man orgy. It was a slow afternoon. And... this guy comes up to us and he looks destitute, demoralised, very depressed. He had tears in his eyes, trepidation in his voice. And he said to the group of us, the Queen's just died, it's been announced. And some guy from the back went, not Elton John! I'm going to tell you one last joke. You've been lovely, by the way. And a round of applause for the bricklayer, please. I wasn't going to finish on this, but there's a joke in there somewhere. I'm not doing it. Fuck off. And if you heard this before, I'm sorry, but the guy I was seeing did die. It was strangely hilarious. It was during COVID, but it was AIDS. And thank God this is getting filmed to cancel me. It's weird though. He was getting cremated. And his favourite song was playing. It was really nice. It was moving. It was Britney Spears' Work Bitch. And he was cremated. And I was there with 6 other people. It was a Zoom meeting. It was my other personalities. We all socially distanced as well. And the priest came round to my house with his ashes, his urn of ashes, and it's just upsetting. Upsetting. I didn't know what to do with them. I thought to take them to a lovely place we like to visit, Rill, or to put them on a mantelpiece, or put them in little lockets and give them to close friends and family. So I said to him, can you... He loved wine. Can you put his ashes in a curry for me, please? Because I just want to feel him dribble out my ass one more time. I've been Eddie Fortune, thank you!